Trey Lance, who we kidding? We have spent so much draft capital. We have spent so much time awaiting this. Trey Lance versus Justin Fields, and stuff dreams are made out of. I love Justin Fields. I really, really do. But you guys all know, especially if you've been with the podcast for a while, I've been the biggest Trey Lance truther before we traded up. I was huge on Trey Lance way long time ago. I love this dude. And I think it's probably one of the most intriguing stories across the NFL because you look at the national media just dissecting and picking apart and trying to inject their own wrongdoings into the narrative. Everybody thought it was going to be Mac Jones at 3, and all the national media were like, yeah, that's who it's going to be. They were wrong. They were never even close to right. Now they're trying to say Kyle Shanahan he wanted Mac Jones, but he was forced by Twitter to pick Trey Lance. That doesn't even make sense. Anyway, the pundits, commentators, everybody, they're glued on this because a lot of them are waiting for Trey Lance to fail so that they can create this Jimmy G quarterback controversy, which I think personally is completely fabricated. The fact Jimmy Garoppolo took that pay cut below Trey Lance, the fact that Kyle Shanahan didn't even give Jimmy Garoppolo a playbook until he redid his contract and all those things. It's Trey's team, and he's got a leash. Look at the 49ers last year. They were 2-4 with Jimmy Garoppolo. Last place in the NFC West going into that Bears game. He's going to have some time. Kyle Shanahan is so dang stubborn. Kyle Shanahan is the biggest Trey Lance guy out there. He's going to have time. Now, if you look at what Lance did last year, okay, let's just talk about that. He went 1-1 in his 2 starts. He lost to Chicago. He lost to the Cardinals. Then he beat the Texans in a must-win game. You lose that game to the Texans, 49ers don't make the playoffs. They don't make it to the NFC Championship run. All of those things. But the mobility, the athleticism, the arm for deep balls, which we saw on display in that Texans game. We saw it. Now, the Cardinals game, not so much. Remember, he had that finger issue, whatever else. But expect big plays. In the rushing game, which he's got some wheels, I just don't want him taking hits. We saw him slide once in the preseason. I was so pumped. I want to see him move the pocket. I want to see him check the ball down. You don't have to go for the home run all the time, but a couple home runs a game is a good thing. But I expect a lot of big plays. And hopefully we can see what he was able to do at North Dakota State, where he didn't turn the ball over. Remember, he had 0 interceptions in his entire season, led his team to the championship. So allow your players to do their work. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, if he plays, allow them to do their thing. Don't put the ball in harm's way. Protect the ball, because that's the only way the Bears can win. The only way the Bears win is if they're +2 in the turnover margin. So 1 turnover, all right. 2 turnovers, now we're in trouble. I don't like that. You got to protect the ball. So punts are not a bad thing in this game because the Bears do not have an exciting offense. Field goals are not a bad thing in this game. It's not up to Trey Lance to win the football game, but Trey Lance can lose it. So I hope he's smart. He's going to go through some growing pains. He's going to have some awful games. I hope it doesn't come week 1. But I'm excited about this, man. I really, really am. And, if the turnovers and injuries ramp up, you're just giving ammunition to those naysayers out there, and they're going to use it. And unfortunately, in every single fan base, people buy into that crap. I don't know why. I don't understand it. That's why our channel's here. But that clickbait stuff, it can grab hold, especially whenever you have people like ESPN out there and, some national writers, Peter King. There's lots of people, Colin Cowherd, whatever, that are pushing this narrative. So that's one of the things you got to watch for. Trey has the opportunity to shut them all up. You just go out and ball out. Guess what? They got nothing to talk about. The
49ers Rush Podcast.